Hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So I finally watched The Void and I'm sure you guys all know about this movie. It's just a recent release and everyone was very excited about it. I'm gonna tell you why I did not like this movie. Unpopular opinion, I know. Let me first preface this by saying this is my opinion and I understand that it is still a good film in many respects. It's just how I felt about it. I don't really give reviews where I go into certain aspects of the film. I normally give you guys an overview and the reasons why I thought it is a good film or I don't like it, and that kind of gauges if you would like it. So I'm gonna explain, obviously in this, why I did not find it to be a satisfying film. And I hope you guys can respect my opinion as I would respect yours always in the comments. And I just wanted to put it out there because I've been getting a few people lately that I get really mad when I have a different opinion than them. But I don't get mad when you guys do. So I know that's not everybody. I know that's just a couple of bad eggs, but I just wanted to let you guys know that. I don't ever want to say that again. This movie is about a policeman who finds a man who is all bloody and injured and takes him to the nearest hospital. But when he gets inside the hospital, he realizes that things are a little bit off and a cult-like clan is circling the hospital and some other civilians inside, including two odd men who are hiding inside the hospital and after the bloody, tortured man. I thought this movie was weird from the get-go, pretty much from the introduction and the setup of the characters. When the policeman enters the hospital, he starts calling everybody in the hospital by name. And for me, that felt almost like a dream-like sequence. It's almost like, is the hospital like gates of hell? Is that like limbo? Is he not alive anymore? It made me like second guess everything because it was so unnatural. And I want to explain to you guys now, it's not meant to be like that. And I thought it was really weird. They make it so that one of the people who are in the hospital is actually his wife. And it just all didn't make much sense to me. And I felt like there was a couple of lines of dialogue missing that would have completely changed the setup for me. But I also felt this way from the very start because the title sequence and like the opening scene is very TV movie. It wasn't all there. And I wanted to say that that did really, for me, sprinkle throughout the whole film, where they did have a good idea and a good premise, but I felt like the characters, the build-up, the situation was not built around it properly, and it kind of lost momentum and it kind of lost all of its meaning for me in that way. I didn't find it very engaging and I didn't really even know who the characters were, and I felt like everything was just kind of not really put in stone, so it wasn't really dependable, and that's why I kind of felt like the whole thing was like a really weird dream sequence. None of it was reality. It all just seemed a little bit off for me, and it's actually not meant to be that way, and that's what I felt was really weird. And maybe it's because I'm from Australia, or maybe I just didn't, I don't know, maybe it was a cultural thing, but I just felt like everything was like a little bit off. But a film that it did remind me of that I really liked was Pontypool. I felt it had the same kind of trapped in situation. Also, Pontypool is a weird subgenre where it's not exactly taking itself 100% serious, and I felt like this film kind of did that, but I think it was meant to take itself serious, and maybe that's what I mean when I say I kind of missed the mark. One thing I did like about the film is it had the same girl who's in Scott Pilgrim and also in, I know I hate myself too, the Carrie Diaries. I thought she did an exceptional job, and she was the only one who reacted really realistically to anything that was horrific going on, and I really appreciated her. The film did have some good tempoles, don't get me wrong. It did start with an issue and then everyone was kind of in it together, and then it kind of raised into a bigger issue and a climax. I do think that the climax of the film was definitely worth it. It's got some really good practical effects, and for that I love the film for the practical effects part, and if I could take that and drop it somewhere else and then build the film more around that, I think it would have worked really well. I just felt like it was a bit too much and it was really dragging. It really dragged it towards the end part. I just felt like it was just scenes upon scenes upon scenes, trying to be like really out there, when I felt like, you know, like sometimes less is more with this kind of stuff. I also felt like the cult-like characters that were surrounding the hospital were pretty much the scariest parts, and I wish that they sucked a little bit more out of them than just using them as kind of like a reason why they can't leave. And I thought it would have just been more interesting. I felt like everything unraveled so quickly that they didn't utilize everything they had already built around, and that's why maybe for me it felt really unrealistic. And this is why I'm saying it's my opinion. I don't like horror movies that are like way too unrealistic unless you're gonna go like surrealism, like Elephant Man. I would rather have a movie that I can kind of relate to some of the characters or relate to the situation. I just felt like this was so far-fetched. It was about a cop and his relationship with his wife while in a hospital, while surrounded. It was not easy to follow, and it was not easy to get into the characters, and it wasn't easy to stay with the characters. And then when the climax finally happened and all these practical effects were going on, I was like, yeah, this is good. I get this, I'm into it, it's pretty horrific. But then when it just kept going and just trying to suck out every single moment of it, it was just a bit too little too late for me, and also a bit boring. I have to say, there was these sweeping shots towards the end. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. These landscapes that I was like, are you trying to be like a little bit deeper than you are? Because it just didn't work for me. I don't know what you guys thought about the film. I'm sure you love it. I know a lot of my patrons really liked the film, and I'm not saying that if you did like it, you have bad taste in film. I'm just saying it was not a hit for me. And the funny thing is, if I was to explain it, I would explain it with these 3 films that I really, really like as well. I would say it's Pontypool meets Hellraiser meets Baskin, which are all films I really like, and all that have those kind of weird aesthetics where they just get mixed reality with, I don't know, like this crazy other universe. But I felt like this film didn't have the reality that would have gave it that crazy juxtapose. It just didn't hit that mark for me, unfortunately. I'm gonna give this film a personal score of 4. I'm gonna give it a scare score of 5, and I'm gonna give it a originality score of 7. I hope you guys enjoyed this film more than me, because I don't want people to waste films. And I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Stay spooky. Bye.